Hello everyone. So welcome to you all. So in our previous class we are discussing about 7 type of crystal system. So and based on that unit cells we have discussed about 14 types of Bravais lattice. So today we are going to discuss about types of unit cell. So before starting this types of unit cell, in today's lecture we are going to deal with some specific information about cubic unit cells, like its types, body centered, face centered, end centered, and on the basis of that we will deal about some packing fraction, packing efficiency for simple cubic as well as body centered and face centered. So today's lecture is going to be very important, so be stay and have some specific information about types of unit cell. So student, types of unit cell, basically we have deal with 7 type of crystal system and we have 4 types of unit cells. So 7 type of crystal system and 4 type of unit cell. After combine it, there are 14 types of Bravais lattice. So whatever the crystal structure or cubic structure exists in this earth is only based on these 14 type of Bravais lattices. So today's lecture we are going to deal with types of unit cells. So basically there are major 4 types of unit cell. First one is primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell. It is also known as simple cubic unit cell, but here this name is quite common. Primitive unit cell means what will happen in this type of unit cell, the atoms are present only at corners, means atoms are present only at corners. For example, if I am going to draw a cube over here like this, this is simple cube, means what is happening, the atoms are only present at corners. If the atoms are only present at corners, that means this is simple cubic structure. Okay, means this is the only way of representation. Actually what will happen, these atoms will touch to each other. Every atom touches each other, means they are in contact. For example, we can represent it like this. Like this, atoms are touching to each other, means 4 atoms, and these are the 4 atoms. Okay, like this you have 4 balls which are in contact to each other and 4 another balls which are already in contact to each other, you have put it and placed over it. So that means these all atoms are in contact. Means for example, if I am going to match all the center of these atoms like this, this is center, this will be a cube, means all the atoms are touching to each other. This is the only way of representation, means this is a simple cubic unit cell, also it is known as primitive unit cell. In this case, what is happening, students, whenever we are talking about the unit cell, it is not taken as an individual, because unit cell will means lot of unit cell will combine to each other. So similarly in this case, this is a simple unit cell. When atoms are present at only corners, so this is known as primitive unit cell. So now we will talk about what is the contribution of one atom to in this whole unit cells. For example, this atom, because all atoms are identical in this cubic unit cell, so means if atom is present at corner, so what is the contribution of this atom towards this whole structure can be calculated as this is a unit cell, means there will be one more unit cell above the plane and one more unit cell below the plane. Means for example, you can assume it like what, you are in a room and one room is just there, one is behind, one is, means 4 rooms are in a one plane and 4 rooms are in a second plane, means second in the after the roof there is 4 another rooms. So means if any atom is present at the corner of one room, means it will contribute to the 8 rooms. Okay, so on that case the contribution of this corner atom will be 1 by 8. Okay, for example, this atom, there will be 4 rooms in this plane, 4 above the plane, means there are 8 unit cells in which this atom is touching. On that case, the contribution of this atom towards this unit cell will be only 1 by 8. 8 room, 8 into 1 by 8, that will be 1 atom. Clear? So later on we will discuss on it that. So this is the primitive unit cell, students. So next type we will deal, that is body centered. Body centered unit cell. So what is happening in this? This is another a cube. In the first case, atoms are present at corners. There are 8 corners in a cube. So means atom will be present at corners, and one atom will be present at center of the body. One atom will be present at center of the body. Means suppose you are sitting in a room, there are 8 corners for a cubical structure, means simple cube, and if any football is placed in mid of the room, in center of the room, so in that case this type of unit cell is known as body centered unit cell. It is body centered unit cell. So what is the contribution of body centered cubic unit cell? Means the atom which are present at the corners will be contribute 1 by 8. All the atoms at corner will contribute 1 by 8, and with the atom which present at the center of the cube or the body will 100% inside. It will be 100% inside the body, means its contribution will be 1. So this is body centered unit cell. Now the third one is face centered. Third one is face centered. Face centered unit cell. Okay. Now similar to the body centered, means atoms are present at corner, simple cubic. One atom will be present at body, it is body centered. Now how many faces are present in a cube? You are sitting in a room, so how many faces in this room you have? There are 6 faces, means 4 walls in which you are sitting, and one is the roof and one is the first. Means there are 6 phases. For example, again I am going to draw it. This is a simple cubic structure. On that case, 8 atoms are present at corners, and in a cube there are 6 phases. So on that case, this is the first phase, second phase. At the center of the phases there are 4 phases. Okay. Now one will be front and one will be back. 5 and 6. So there are 6 phases. Means for example, you have a cube. On that case there will be 6 phases. For example, if you are in a room, so on that particular room there are walls. So 6. There are 4 walls around you. One is the room, 5th phase, and one is the first. There are 6 phases. So the atom is presenting in a phase. Suppose this is a wall. Any atom is placed in this wall. So what is the contribution of that particular atom towards this cubic unit cell? So if any football is placed in this wall, means inside the room there will be only half of the football will be present inside the room, and half of the ball will be outside this room. So means contribution of that particular atom which is present at the center of phase towards this cubical unit cell will be half only. Means if any atom is placed in center of any faces of cube, that means it is going to contribute only 50%. So that on that case their contribution will be 1 by 2, and the rest of the case atom which are present at corner will be going to contribute 1 by 8, and the atom which are present at the center of the phase will be going to be 1 by 2. Okay, so this is phase centered. So next, that is very important, the last one is end centered. The last one is end centered. So in end centered, what is the condition? End centered unit cell. Okay, so in case of end centered, students, suppose if there is any cubical unit cell this is simple cube, atoms are present at corner, it is for any cubical unit cell. So what is end centered? Means atoms are present at corner plus at two opposite faces, at the center of two opposite faces, means any two opposite faces. For example, this is the one face, its opposite is this. So if the atom are present at center of the two opposite faces, so this type of cubical unit cell is known as end centered cubic unit cell. Is it clear? So means atom will be present at corners as well as atom will be present at the center of the two opposite faces. So that type of unit cell is known as face centered unit cell. Okay, sorry, end centered unit cell. So there are majorly four types of unit cell, and in the previous class we have discussed about 7 type of crystal system. On combining these all, we have 14 type of Bravais lattice, which we have already discussed in our previous lectures. So there are 4 types of unit cells. So now there are some important points regarding these types of unit cells and number of atom per unit cell, which you have to calculate. On the basis of that, you will find some numerical questions type 1. So we will deal such numericals also. But before starting this numerical problem, we are going to deal with calculation of some important points for simple cubic, body centered, face centered, end centered one by one. We will deal all the specific problems, all the specific points regarding simple cubic, body centered, face centered, and one by one we will deal with it. So first we are going to deal simple cubic, or you can say primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell. Okay, I am going to draw it. This is the simple cubic unit cell. As you all know, atoms are present only at corners. Okay, so there are 8 corners and all the atoms are present at the corner of this cube. Means first of all we are going to calculate, that is number of effective atoms. Number of effective atoms, or you can say number of atom per unit cell. What is the contribution of one atom towards this whole crystal or whole unit cell? This is known as number of effective atom, that can be represented by Z. So in this first case, as you all know that all the atoms are in contact. So I am going to make it separate here. There are 4 atoms in a one plane. Okay, this one I have made it here. 4 atoms are in a one plane. This is the center of these atoms. So I am going to touch it like this. Okay, so now this is the center of this, and atoms are assumed to be spherical. Okay, so this is the center point, means this length is known as its radius. Okay, so now first of all I have to calculate the number of effective atoms. Means what is the contribution of atoms towards this whole unit cell in one unit cell. Means how many atoms are there? Total atom 8 into, because all atoms are identical, on that case contribution of one atom towards this whole lattice will be 1 by 8. That is comes out to be 1. So the value of Z for simple cubic comes out to be 1. Means Z, number of effective atom, will be 1. Now just look at this image, and with the help of this structure we are going to calculate its coordination number. Next heading, coordination number. So first of all, this is a new term for you. So what is the coordination number? Actually students, coordination number is the number of nearest touching atom. Okay, how many atoms will touch it if any atom is present? So the number of nearest touching atom is known as its coordination number. So in that particular case, if the structure is simple cubic unit cell or primitive unit cell, on that case if you are going to take this atom, okay, how many atoms will it touch? For our first vision, it is visible the first, second and third. It is going to touch 3. So will the coordination number of the simple cubic will be 3? No. Actually, as I told you just before, we are not considering this unit cell alone, because there is lot of unit cell combined. So in that case, the next unit cell will be there, one unit cell will be there, so lots of unit cell will be there. On that case, at the same distance, if atom is there, so at the same distance, one atom will be there also. If the atom is there, so at the same distance, one atom will be there. If the atom is here, at the same distance, atom will be here. So on that case, the number of nearest touching atom for this atom will be 6. So the coordination number for simple cubic is 6. Okay. So similarly, all the atoms are identical. For every atom, the coordination number for simple cubic will be 6. Okay. Now, the most important point which we have to discuss, that is relation between A and R. Relation between A and R. So first of all, you have to understand what is the A. Actually, A is the edge length. This is the cube. So this length is known as its edge length. The edge of the cube, that is edge length. And what is the R? That is the radius. As I drawn it, suppose these are the atoms which touch to each other. So this is the center of cube. Okay. So this is the radius. This is the radius. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So these atoms are going to touch. So in that case, suppose I am taking these two atoms or these two atoms. So on that case, this is the edge length from the center of this to this. This is edge length. So I can say A is equal to, so this is the radius and this is the radius. This is R, this is also R. So R and R will be equal to 2R. So in that case, the relation between edge length and radius will be A is equal to 2R. On that case, you can also be written as R is equal to A by 2. In terms of radius, you can write R is equal to A by 2, or you can write A is equal to 2R. So this is a simple third point, relation between A and R for simple cubic. So the last point we are going to discuss is packing efficiency. Okay, note down it. Packing efficiency or packing fraction. So the fourth point we are going to discuss is packing efficiency or packing fraction. Packing efficiency or packing fraction. So means whenever there will be a cubical unit cell, because only we have to deal the cubical unit cell. So later on we will discuss hexagonal unit cell also. So packing fraction means what happens, suppose if you have a room and you are going to place some footballs inside the room. So can these footballs can fill in this room totally 100% they can occupy? No, because there will be some void space will be left. Because atoms are assumed to be spherical, if the spherical footballs are placed in a room, so definitely there will be some void space will be left. So 100% cannot be, a packing efficiency cannot be 100%. So depending upon the types of unit cell or type of crystal system, there is a different types of packing efficiency or packing fraction, so that we are going to calculate. So you can calculate packing fraction very easily by a formula, that is volume occupied by all atom in the unit cell divided by volume of unit cell. Volume of unit cell. Okay, means volume occupied by all the atoms in a unit cell. So how many atoms? Because we are talking about simple cubic. So what is the volume occupied by all the atoms in a unit cell? So that means you can know, you can write it what? Volume of oh sorry, that is number of atom. How many number of atom multiplied by volume of one atom, means the number of atom into volume of one atom, that will be the volume occupied by all the atoms in one unit cell, divided by volume of unit cell. Volume of unit cell. Actually, volume of unit cell is, because we are dealing with a cubical unit cell, so volume of cube is side into side into side, that is edge length into edge length into edge length, that is a cube. So we can write it, packing fraction is equal to number of atoms. Number of effective atom is what? For simple cubic, Z is equal to 1. So that is 1 into volume of one atom. Atoms are assumed to be spherical. So the volume of one sphere means 4 by 3 into pi r cube, divided by volume of unit cell, because we are assuming that it is a cubical unit cell. On that case, volume of unit cell will be a cube, a into a into a. If the unit cell is not cubical, maybe hexagonal tragus. So in that case, a into b into c, but it is a cubical, the volume of cube will be a cube. So on solving this, your packing fraction will be 0.524. That will be 0.524. So the packing efficiency will be, so packing fraction on multiplying 100, that will comes out to be 52.4%. Packing fraction will be 52.4%. Means in a cubical unit cell, on solving this you can calculate it, because in place of a you can put 2r with the help of the relation between a and 2r for simple cubic. In place of a you can put 2r, that is 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube upon 2r ka whole cube. So on solving this, it will comes out to be 0.524 on a percentage, that will 52.4% on multiplying it with 100. So the packing efficiency will be 52.4%, means this is the percentage of occupied space. This is what? This is the percentage of occupied space, that is comes out to be 52.4%. So rest of the place will be empty. So that place is known as void space. Void space 100 minus 52.4, that will comes out to be 47.6%. So this will be the void space for simple cubic. So in this way we can calculate the packing efficiency or packing fraction, and we can also calculate the void space. So this is a simple method by which we can calculate the packing efficiency, packing fraction, coordination number, relation between A and R. So similarly we will deal with the next structures like body centered and face centered. But before wind up this lecture, I am going to discuss some important problems which you will face after having the description or some basic idea about the unit cells. If you are able to calculate the number of effective atom for simple cubic, okay, for simple cubic, body centered, face centered, okay, for simple cubic what is happen? Like this, all atoms are present at corners, means there are 8 atoms, contribution is 1 by 8, that is 1, okay. In the similar case for body centered, for BCC, that the number of effective atom will comes out to be Z, means 8 corner, contribution 1 by 8 plus 1 is the center of the body, that will comes out to be 2. So similarly for FCC, okay, this is a simple cubic unit cell, atoms are present at corner as well as at the center of faces, okay. So how many corners? 8, contribution of atom at corner 1 by 8 plus how many faces? 6 into contribution of atom is 1 by 2. On solving it, that will comes out to be 4. So Z is equal to 4 for FCC. So on that particular method, you can calculate the number of effective atom for simple cubic, body centered as well as face centered. So regarding this simple, you can find some problems, okay, note down it. Then we will end this lecture with a simple problem, and more you can practice from your NCERT book or any reference book. So suppose On the basis of this, you may find some problems like this. Suppose you have an ionic compound. Suppose you have an ionic compound. Okay, note down the problem. Ionic compound which made up of X and Y. It made up of two compounds X and Y, and have a FCC structure. Have a FCC structure. Atom X is present. Atom X is present at the corners. Atom X is present at the corners, and Y is present. Atom X is present at corners and Y is present at face centered. Y is present at face centered. Okay. If one of the atom is missing, if one of the atom is missing from corners, if one of the atom is missing from corners, so what is the simple formula? What is the simple formula of the compound? Okay, I didn't write the whole question, but you have an ionic compound which is made up of X and Y. For example, it is NaCl, maybe whatever it will be. So it is made up of X and Y, and in a FCC. Okay, has a FCC arrangement. Ionic compound made up of X and Y have a FCC arrangement. Atom X is present at corners only, and Y is present at the face centered. Okay. If one of the atom is missing from corners, so what is the simplest formula of the compound? Okay. So for example, contribution of X, because the contribution of X will be what? Because X is present at corners, there are 8 corners, but if one of the atom is missing from corners, means at the corner now how many atoms are left? That is 7. So the contribution is 1 by 8. Okay. So the contribution of X will be 7 by 8. So the Y is present at the face centered. So the contribution of Y will be what? Y is present at the center of the face. How many phases there are? 6 phases. 6 into contribution is 1 by 2. That is comes out to be 3. So the X is 7 by 8 and Y is 3. So the ratio of X and Y will be 7 by 8 ratio 3. So that will be any compounds. If you are writing any compound, you cannot write in fractions. So make it whole. It will comes out to be X ratio Y is equal to 7 ratio 24. Means the compound will be X7 Y24. So this is the simplest formula of the compound. Or any question, there is some points which you have to mention. If one of the atom is missing from the corners, because there are usually 8 corners, but according to the question there are only 7 corners, because one atom is missing from the corner. If the atom is missing, so there will be no contribution. So that's why there are 7 corners, because the atom will be present at 7 corners. Contribution is 1 by 8. It is comes out to be 7 by 8. So the simplest formula is X7 Y24. So in this way there are different questions on your NCERT textbook. So you have to practice these problems. So in our next video we will discuss about the same pattern for BCC and FCC. Till then, watch it. Thank you.